Yo, what's good? Morning, Mike. How are you doing today, man? Get all my lights and stuff set up here. Oh, well, I gotta go grab my medicine. I haven't taken any this morning. Good, yourself? I'm definitely feeling a lot better than I was yesterday, so I think I'm on the up and up, man. Can't really complain too much. I'm glad to hear you're doing well too. We've got the 1 year where we were working on previously was trying to get the eye to look better. So yeah, my the way that I would help improve Adobe products is by not making it uh so that they can ooh, I just sprayed everywhere. Uh so that they can just use my artwork to train their AI models. Uh okay, so everything here is on this one layer. So let's grab all of it. Chish. And we'll move it all to the current layer. Perfect. And then we can, from here, start mucking about. So I think kind of the first thing that we're going to want to do is get our brush here, go into our properties, bring it up to 5 point. And then I think the move here is going to be to try and give it somewhat of an eye shape. And we can transform and reflect this. I think basically where I had it before was almost right on point. So something along the lines of this shape, I think is closer to kind of what we're going for here. It's not quite even. Okay, and then we'll grab this and we'll add a couple anchor points here on this circle. And then by removing these guys at the end, there we go. We can get rid of that shenaniganery. with this, then this line and this line need to be say transform, not transform. We need to make the end caps of the strokes rounded. And then we can zoom in and do a little bit more fine work, so to speak, with where we have these guys end. Like that. I thought I had this guy selected too, but apparently not. You don't want to mess with the fidelity of that line too much. We could do that and then just add a point there. Boom. And theoretically, get rid of that, move this anchor point over. And that's just a random one sitting there. Theoretically, here, we should just be able to... There we go. Looks a little awkward, but you can get it looking nicer by grabbing this point here. And right there, we can pull that down. And what do you know, that doesn't look great. What we could do as well is select this and find about the halfway point, which I'd say is probably about there. Say, matter of fact, the midpoint is quite literally right here. And then we can take all of the rest of this and delete it. And delete it. Take you. Let's transform it and reflect it horizontally. In theory, we should be able to get these anchor points to line up. Looks about right. We'll select all of these lines, copy, paste, and flip. Oh, hold on. Actually, not do that because I didn't have. There we go. And then here we'll transform and reflect it. Okay, and then we'll reflect it one more time. This way. And now, there we go. Now it looks like a lemon. Like a bit of a lemon. I'm gonna get rid of all of this too. Also, today's stream is probably going to be a relatively short one since I am needing to make a couple important phone calls today. We're probably only going to be live for about like 2 hours or so. And then once I'm done with those phone calls, I'll go continue the stream later today. And then here, theoretically, something like that could work a little bit better. We just need to take the whole thing. Not that line up there. With this and this. Like that. I really want to move this line in further. It's going to require some expertise that I don't believe I quite have yet. So, for now, I think I just kind of roll with this and see how that goes. So let's export this as, we'll call this sub badge melt 5 alt 1. And then once we open up the Witch art again, let's open it up here. We can go to melt 5 alt 1, and then we'll open up the 1-year sub badge file. We'll make a copy of it first, so I'm not overwriting all the work I've already done. 1-year alt 1. We only have this open. Okay. So all we have to do here is take this line work, this layer rather, duplicate this layer, okay, into this document. And literally the only thing we'll have to do here, in theory at least. Happy Tuesday. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling much better than I was yesterday, Tilted. Thank you, man. Definitely, I can tell I'm on the up and up, so this is good. We can take, let's see. Thank you for asking, man. I appreciate it. Let's go. Yes, sir. We'll duplicate this guy. Alt 1 copy. And then we can put we'll make another duplicate of this. Is there, oh, yes, there is. Absolutely, there is. I'm here for the vibes. Absolutely. Let me see. We can continue listening to Big Cruise, honestly. The vibes are there. Make sure that Spotify is showing. It is. Sometimes I'm like, I'm so enveloped in what I'm doing that I don't, realize whatever background noise is happening, or even if there isn't any. Okay. So since this is our already pre-existing solid color layer, we need let's make another duplicate. This is the alt solid color, we'll say. Put this line right here, because really all we need to do is just take this. And fill it there. And let's see here. I see. Okay. Then we can grab this, fill it in there. I think that's more along the lines of kind of what we're aiming for here. So let's export this as, and of course there is no shading in here yet. I do realize that. Sub badge, we'll do sub badge 9 to keep it in line here. And then let's open this up too. So if we look at this and this, I think this definitely flows better for sure. Like that just kind of looks like it's stickered on. And of course not having any shading doesn't help. But this does look better, to me at least. And I also didn't think about the fact that now that it's not a big old circle, it can actually get moved down to not jump up like that. So how about we open this boy back up here? And I think the kind of lemon drop shape that we have going on needs to be edited. I don't think we're quite at the shape that I want here, but we're definitely closer. And now I need to open up the 9-month Illustrator document. And honestly, we might even just be able to steal this line work here, but expand it outwards. And that looks like it's about at the same height. It's probably a little off, but it looks pretty damn close. So the bottom of the blue is almost in line with the top of the eyebrows. And here the bottom of the blue is almost in line with the top of the eyebrows. So I'm not going to mess around with the spacing of that anymore. But what I will do is delete some of this line work here. It's like this, for example. And sit here. And this line needs to go down a little bit more. Pump it back up. And kind of the same deal with this one too. Again, I think this part here is fine, but the back end needs to be different. It needs to extend a little bit further out, I feel. Help me to break through. Which this isn't gonna just like magically fix it, but first of all, let's see if I can line this up with the center of the circle. Oh god, that's not gonna work the way I want it to at all. Okay, so we're going to need just a whole new line here drawn by hand. Something along the lines of that. See if we can get it right here. Not quite. Better. Let's transform reflect you. Sure. I wonder what'll happen if I just take this and just kind of do that. Well, it doesn't flow as well, but we can always fix that. Let's transform reflect you. Okay. Can we get it? Hey, we can. Okay. Right. And with this line, get it to line up a little bit better there. Same here. I don't think editing those is what needs to happen. I think editing the angle of this to line up a little bit better. Boom. Okay, and then this can get moved up just a little bit. Okay, I think that is looking better. Make this guy a little bit smaller, push him back and out. Maybe we lengthen a little bit. And then this guy also needs to get schmunged. Oh, excuse me. Like that, maybe? Okay. I think that's good. Now, what if we take this? Income 2 has some fire graphics? Yeah, it does, man. KCD 2 is a goated game. When I first started streaming, I was playing KCD2 actually. Um, and I would like to stream some more of it eventually. I gotta finish Lies at P first, and I played the first KCD all the way through as well. Ugh. And I had a lot of fun with it. KCD 1's great, and the little bit of KCD 2 that I played was also absolutely fantastic. Mm, let's compare and contrast here. Not sure I'm a fan of the combat, but I also played like 10 minutes of it. Dude, I love the combat in those games. Personally, I think it's great. I think it's a really, really fantastic combat system. The little bit that I played of 2, I so far like the combat system of 1 a little bit better, but again, I've not played enough to properly feel it out and see um how it's been improved, um versus the first game. But from what I've heard from other people, um especially from George, is that they are really enjoying it and they feel like the combat has definitely been improved. It's a little bit too scumgy there. I think we run with this. So let's export as, and we'll do Alt 2. So export, okay. And we will not save this, but I'm also not going to exit out of it quite yet. So let's go back to the 1 year badge. And open up Alt 2. Same deal here. We'll duplicate this layer to the 1 year Alt 1. Okay. We'll do this Alt 2 solid color. And we can duplicate this layer as well. Sit right there. And then all we have to do on Alt 2 solid color is just grab this and fill it in. And then we'll grab the blue, fill that in. Grab EU, fill that in, and then grab the white. And the last thing will be black. And then obviously we'll have to edit the shadows. But I just want to see what this looks like here. So let's see, save as. Slideshow, or not save. We need to export this. Export as, let's do sub badge 90. Okay, hold on. Sub badge 91, and that should sit right next to it. Right after it, rather. In all seriousness, do you think you could make me a few scenes by the 19th when I start streaming? um, what kind of scene? First of all, what kind of scenes are you looking for? Because I'm about to get on Etsy and find someone selling a package, but I'd rather give you my money. Well, that's I do appreciate that. Um, yeah. What exactly are you looking for? What all would you want done? And if you can hold off for one day, let me sit on it after you tell me what you need, and I'll give you an answer, a yes or no, by tomorrow. Um, Basic shit to get me going. Starting stream and be right back, and maybe ending stream. Just those. Just starting stream, be right back, and stream end. Stream start. Uh, BRB and stream end. I don't know what else, honestly. Okay, so let's just say those three for the time being. Um, what what exactly are you looking for? Like, what design do you want? What? And maybe this is something that would be better talked about like over Discord than just over stream, which we can also do that as well. I just want to make sure that what you want is within my ability to do so. I definitely like this better than the other one. We'll say Alt slideshow. Let me take this. Oh wow, yeah, I got it almost exactly right where it needs to be. My name in it, color theme matching my purple. Yeah, we can also talk off stream. Yeah, well, whatever works for you, man. Um, my name in it, color theme matching my purple. Okay, fairly simple stuff at the moment, for sure. Sorry, be right back. Stream end. Okay. Psychus Mike TV. Be easy to do. Hmm. Stream end. Maybe some lightning wall. You're the artist. Also use your creative mind for sure. Uh, my so would you be comfortable with me working on your stuff on stream? I'm not in the mood for dubstep right now. Yeah, animals is fine. I don't want to jam up your stream with all this. Do what you're doing. We'll talk later. Okay, for sure, man. Yeah, we can get all the nitty gritty figured out later. This evening. Psych. It's Oh, also let me make sure that I haven't missed any calls yet. Okay, reminder for my physical therapy tomorrow. Okay. Yes, okay, perfect. We shall talk later then. Also, I see that the shading is different in the skull, along with the nose positioning, which is not something that I realized before. So we can go back here, as a matter of fact. Oh, yeah. Huh. Interesting. And the shape of the skull is a little modified too. Whatever, not that big of a deal. Though I will say I do believe that this shape at least looks much better than this. So we'll keep that. I'm pretty happy with this. So what we can do here is let's go into the shadows layer. And let's get rid of this. And with our paintbrush on black, 30 pixels. See if we can do something here. And this is probably, I bet you this is in custom colors, so we can just get rid of that. There. And we'll actually take this down to a 20 point. Matter of fact, I think 30 would be, it's going to flow a little bit better. Like that. From here. See if we can get this out and back. Sweet. And that. I'll take this down to 25 pixels, matter of fact. Fill this in. We could do like a little swoop-de swoop there. Grab it from here. Let's give it a little swoop. Okay. Then we can make this flare out like that. And then we'll give it a little bit of a shadow here. I could just get the line right. Like that. And same goes here. Something along those lines. Perfect. And then we're also going to need some highlights as well. So we can go into custom color and take care of that here. I'd say that looks pretty highlighty. This is a little too much for me right now. Come on, computer. Why do you have to hide the taskbar from me? Ooh, this is a nice chill Skrillex song that I'd be willing to listen to right now. Let's try and get this line going correct. Sweet. And then just a little. Like that. And I believe this is just white, so we can't really do much there. But for this, we can. Like that. And if we take this color as well, I don't really think fitting in any more will do us any good, but I think that dot's just fine. And we could always, as well... Okay, that's not what I wanted. We could always make this not white. And then take the solid white and go ahead and put highlights. Which I think we'll do this. Does that mean that I have to go back through and change all the other ones? All the previous ones to match this if I want it all to look exactly the same? Yes. Am I going to do that? Maybe at some point in the future. I'm just kind of ready to be done with the sub badges and move on to emotes and move on to something else. So let's carry this line through. We'll carry this one through this way as well. Try and give it a little bit of differentiality. Not that that's even that noticeable, but come on. There we go. Now if we zoom out, oh, hello. I'm liking that a lot better than what we had going on before. And in terms of this, honestly, I think we'll just do the shadows all the way around on these lines here. And we'll grab that 25 point brush and just do subtleness. Like a date. And this can also continue and just fade. A little bit too far up, so right here. Perfect. See if we can get this to sit there. And this as well. Fully fixed. Then if we zoom out. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that, and I think that is much better than what we had before. So let's file and export this as, and we'll completely overwrite sub badge 9. Yes, please. and then we'll need to export it. Was it 30? No, 72 by 72. And if we go back to the sub badges, 1 year, we'll do sub badge 1 year. Large export as, and this was 36, I believe. Export that as sub badge 1 year. Medium. Perfect. And then let's also file an. Oh, I'll see. Hold on. We got to make the image size smaller first. So we got to make you 1800 by 1800. Okay. And then file export as. And 18 by 18. And this will be sub badge 1 year small. Small. And let's take a look at them. Did I already close the other one? I did. Okay. So if we go into sub badges, let's go into the slideshow. We'll delete this one. Okay. So this is the old, this is the new. Let's, matter of fact, we'll move this out here. And we'll rename this sub badge 8. And let's go through them really quick together. So this is sub badge, the first one. This is what's actually going to stick is month 1. So this is month 1. This is month 2. And I do need to edit that I. So this is month 2, month 3, month 6, month 9, and 1 year. And that I could definitely use a little bit of highlights throughout these previous iterations. Sick. Now that we're done with that, I can actually start making some emotes. And let's actually hop into 1 year itself. And look at where we started at. Look at this little dude. And now this is where we're at. Much more happy with this, for sure. Easy clap. Yes, sir. Thank you. Actually, while I'm here, let me open up my browser and just get this updated on the old Twitchamaroo. I still need to go take my medicine. So I am gonna go do that here in a second. So channel. And then we go to the creator dashboard. Let me put this guy up on the screen too while I'm doing this. So I have 4 emote slots available. Okay, so we can do 4 custom emotes with the actual channel itself. Let's see here. So yes, subscriber badges. There we go. And I haven't uploaded the 6 month, 9 month, or 1 year, so I'll do that right now. So upload image, show all files. Let's go back to sub badges. This is for the 6-month. The small one, correct? Yep. Small. And then we'll go here for the upload took too long. Please try again. Get the fuck out of here. Your upload took too long. And here, boom. And we'll upload that. Yes, sir. Okay, 6-month is up. Now to do the 9-month as well. I'm blind to the mid. And then the medium. And the large. And the upload took too long for all 3 of them. I think I have to do them one at a time. Or maybe it just doesn't want me to do it right now, which that's fine. I can just do it off stream. If I remember to do so. Okay, let's go to 1 year. It doesn't want me to do it right now. That's fine. We got the 6-month uploaded, so that is that. Then we can go ahead and close this as well. And let's get started on the emotes. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all looking for custom emotes here? Because we've got the picture of my mug. Let's go into emotes. I don't have anything in there yet. I think it was sub badges for 1 month where I dumped my pictures. Yeah. So you can take these, move them out to Twitch art. Pull these into emotes. And there was a picture that I was looking for earlier. we could do like a very easy emote of just this. I wonder if the where's the magic wand tool is not going to do what I want it to do. No. I need the lasso tool. And this should, in theory, doesn't even need to be perfect, but we'll try and get it as perfect as possible. Okay. Now, theoretically, I can copy and paste this onto a separate layer. There we go. It's definitely a little choppy, but not bad at all. Now, maybe the magnetic, excuse me, lasso tool is more what we're looking for. Let's just mess around with this a little bit and see what we can do. Oh, that is not doing what I wanted to do at all. And it looks like it's speed based somewhat as well. What the hell? Okay, Mino like magnetic lasso tool. How do I get off of you? I mean, how do I... Okay. Jesus. Selection brush tool, maybe? What's wrong with me? Okay, so it's everything inside the pixels. So in this case, it does cut off a little bit of my noggin, but if we like take this Control C, oh sorry, Control C and Control V it onto this layer, we've got this versus this. Is that emote worthy, chat? I have a really funny picture of myself that I need to find, and we can make that one of the emotes. I've got like this very silly filter on my face. It's just blown up my lips and my cheeks and everything. I mean, we could roll with this. You think so? You think we'll roll with this for one of them? At least temporarily. So that's an easy 1 out of 4. Let's see. Let's export this as could be your oh my god. Yeah, that's true. Let's make a actually hold on. What is the image size here? 1242 by 2200. Let's make a new project. We'll do custom. Custom, please. That's not what I wanted, but okay. Image size. We'll just do 1K by 1K. Get rid of the background. And then here. Okay, now that that's centered. Nope. Okay. Export as. And then Twitch art. Emotes. We'll make a new folder called OMG. And in here we can do omg.png. Export that. And then let's open up Twitch again and see how big or what the file size for these emotes need to be really quick. So let's go to create a dashboard. And let's see. Let's go to emotes. Ooh, so I have space for interesting. What about subscriber emotes? Huh? Ah, so there's follow. Okay, I see how it is. So, as a matter of fact, I have, let's see, 5, 10. I have 9 standard emote slots. 5 animated emote slots for tier 1 subs. And then tier 2 and tier 3 each get 1. And then, of course, for the bits, the 1K, 5K, and 10K bits. Get 10 more sub points for 1 more standard emote, 1 more animated emote. Okay, I see how this works. So the more subs you get, the more emotes that you can put on your thing. Let's see. There's a bunch of like default emotes that you can just grab. Interesting. So let's do this as one of the standard emotes here. And it looks like the file size just needs to be a specific, like less than, like a specific, what am I looking for? Like the actual size itself needs to be less than a megabyte, and then it'll just do the auto resizing. Well, let's see. Be of resolution between 112 and 4096. Not be animated, be a square shape. The code will be capitalized and appended after your email prefix. Alpha characters only in a maximum of 20. Your unique code must comply with our guidelines in order to be valid. Okay, and guidelines is probably just don't put any naughty words in there. Optional attribution. Okay. Okay, so now that I have an idea of how that works, we can actually do a bunch of different just like faces and stuff like that. That would be fun. Let me run to the bathroom really quick and go grab my medicine, and I will be back in a couple minutes, gang. Okay. I have returned. So I had no idea that I had all those emote slots available. So let me go over them one more time and see how many I have to work with. And we'll do all these uploading later just because it's being a real pain in the butt right now. Um oh, lay down slow. Hey, it works now. So there's the free standard. Let's see. Free. Nah, hold on. Free standard. R5 and tier 1 standard R5 as well. And let's do the animated emotes. So there's tier TI tier 1 animated R, 5 of them. I want to see the mustache curve into a scimitar. Okay, that would be kind of a sick little emote. Sword mustache. I'm down to do that. And then let's see, we have one standard tier 2 and one standard tier 3. So T I Jesus Christ, I cannot spell right now. TIER 2 and TIER 3 standard and standard equals 1 and 1. Okay. So there's a total of 15, 16, 17, 18 to do. And obviously it's just given me the standard Twitch hype. So we could do something else for hype. And I like the skeleton motif. So we could do a little skelly boy holding up a hype sign. That would be fun. Um so a little skeleton with some skeleton arms holding up hype. Let's do that for um the standard tier 1. Now I also have to mentally think of like how am I going to differentiate all the different like the sub emotes and the non sub emotes, because I don't want the people who aren't sub to feel like left out, but I want the people who are sub to feel like they have cool stuff that people who aren't sub don't, you know? Um hmm how I'm going to do that, I don't know. Is what to do. Dancing's what I think of you. So now that I know how many slots I have open, 5, 6, 7, so it's 5. Yeah. Well, I guess, and the bits emotes. Damn it. Well, okay, so there's bits 1K. Okay, let's do bits as well. Bits. We have 1K, 5K, and 10K. 5K and 10K. Okay. Okay. Dancing's what makes me whole. I know. I know. Flow, dancing all night long. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break it down. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break it down. Get up on the floor, dancing. And obviously the emotes can't be the sub badges. I don't think that would be very cool. So they need to be different from the sub badges. Now the question is, I think for sure we'll have skeleton holding up the hype sign uh as the as one of the tier 1 stand, which we can say let me write this really small. So Skelly hype. In a sense, they will feel left out, but that's also the incentive if you want to be able to use the cool emotes. It sounds awful, but that kind of is the name of the game. You have to put some stuff behind a paywall. How else are you supposed to make money from streaming? Yeah, that's true. That is true. I don't like it, but it is the way. Tis the way. They have to. And I agree. Like the cooler ones do have to be, the tier 1, the tier 2, the tier 3. But I want to give the followers at least one really cool emote that everyone gets access to. And I think that's just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to do a lot of thinking, do a lot of brainstorming, and I can come up with that. I'll be able to come up with something. We could do like since we've got like the gross theme going on, right? Got like eyeballs, we got teeth, we got bones and stuff like that. I mean, an eyeball emote would be kind of cool. Now that makes sense. 100% makes people feel like they don't have to sub to get a cool emote, but will also make them want to sub because you give them a cool emote op riff. Exactly. We need a pulsing brain. That would be a good animated emote. Yeah, for like high IQ plays the brain. That's sick, dude. I like that. Tier 1 animated. We'll do pulsing brain. Skelly hype.
This is a banger, and I know bangers.
Whoa!
I know bangers.
Whoa! What the heck? 5 gifted? Holy shit! Trey! What the fuck, man? Thank you so much, bro. What the hell? That's awesome. Oh, dude. Thank you, brother. That means so much. What the heck? And then I vanish off into the darkness like it never happened. Trey, dude. Thank you, man. Oh my god, that was so kind of you, dude. Thank you, my friend. Cheers, buddy. Here's my vitamin C cold medicine. What the heck, dude? Thank you, bro. Thank you. Wow. That was definitely not expecting that, man. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, man. Thank you so much for the gifted, the 5 gifted. That's insane, dude.
This is a banger, and I know bangers.
Oh, what
I
the
know
heck?
bangers.
Mike, too, with the gift. Oh, thank you, Mike. Thank you, man. What the heck, dude? Y'all are some cool ass human beings. I can tell you that much. Thank you guys
This
so
is a banger,
much.
and I know bangers. I know bangers.
You're gonna hit me with another gifted? Gang.
This is a banger, and I know bangers. I know bangers.
This smile is not gonna come off my face anytime soon. Thanks again, Trey. Thank you, Mike. Man, y'all are some real ones. Thank you, guys. Oh man, that was a very very pleasant surprise. Assemble is correct. Assemble is correct. Oh man, wow. From the bottom of my heart, genuinely, thank you both of you so much. Um. Oh, also, did the audio play? Did the audio play all of those times for the thing? Did I finally get it working? That's my payment for my scenes. I swear to God, if the and I know bangers, yeah, I heard it. Okay, thank God. How was the like volume level? Was it too loud? Was it not loud enough? Was it okay? Okay, and I'm very glad that it actually did play because I messed around with that for way too long trying to get it to work. Oh man, y'all are too kind. Thank you guys. Could be a tad louder. Okay, cool. We'll turn the alert box up to 1. Let me edit this right now. Okay. Honestly, I think the only way that it's gonna be much better is if I turn myself down a little bit. If I turn myself down to 1.1. Because I can't make that audio file specifically any louder. But I did turn the alert box all the way up, so that should help to balance it out a little bit more. So, in theory, then, Spotify will get turned down a little bit. Okay. Y'all, what the heck? That was very much unexpected. I've said it a bajillion times. And the cheer. Oh, thank you, Trey. Thank you, buddy. I I feel the love from you, man. Thank you. Wow. Cheer was kind of loud for me. Oh shit. Okay, let me turn that down. We'll turn the yippee down. Turn it down to, let's say, 40. Okay. Well, it's a learning process. We'll get it figured out. Oh, thank you, Trey. Just an FYI, in case your viewers didn't know, if someone is lurking and has the volume at 0, Twitch won't count that as a viewer. If you're on PC, you need to just mute the tab, not the stream itself. Yeah, thank you for that little nugget of information, Mike. Um, I personally did know that, but yeah, if y'all didn't know, um, mm, okay, well, I suppose I really gotta really gotta deliver today on these emotes. Um, I have to find more funny pictures of myself because this is what we base the sub badge off of. And it's not exactly like emote worthy. I don't think it's just whole. Well, you know what? Maybe we do make this an emote. We just call it wholesome or something like that. And actually, I think I based my emote off of this picture. Matter of fact, we go to where is it? Yeah, this is what we based it off of. And I think this is a more wholesome looking photo. Um let's do this as another emote too, as a free standard. So we'll have the two two or three of the free standard emotes will just be like pictures of me. Um maybe we can do like the funny picture that I was thinking of. We can have that be like a tier 1 emote. Um well, thank you guys. I know I've said it a bajillion times, but thank you so much. Wow. Wow. Okay. We have OMG, we have wholesome, and we can make this one the wholesome one. And y'all are too kind. We'll make a couple different layers here for this. We can do the selection brush tool just for my chrome dome here and not include the hood in it. Boom. And here we'll control C, control V. Good people deserve to feel happiness. Well, thank you, man. You've definitely moved me more towards wanting to it's very interesting. It's like I really would like to make those scenes for you, Mike. Like it really would be my pleasure to do so. What's kind of holding me back a little bit is I know that I can make, good art. I know I could do a good job, but I feel like I've never been somebody who's believed in my skill when it comes to making something specifically for others, that I like doubt myself and I doubt that I'm going to be able to do a good job. But I really would like to do that for you, man. And that's the thing, is like I don't want to deliver an inferior product, like something that I'm not happy with. Um so, I want to make sure that I'm getting you something that you like and that you want. And I don't know, I think I just got to believe in myself, dude. I could do it. I could do it. And we shall talk more this evening. Me right now focus on getting this outline. Eh. I'm just cheesing. I'm cheesing like crazy, guys. Thank you so much. What the heck? And then I think we can. Ooh, I think that was a little bit too far here. We'll see what this looks like and we can edit it. And I will take a look at chat in just a second. Oh, I'm fucking it up bad. Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna have to redo this lasso. Probably, I know for a fact. Um, you can do great things, bro. Thank you, Hiva. Use me as your guinea pig. Last thing I used was a pre-made template from Streamlabs, I think. From what I've seen, you can match or beat those templates. Well, shit. Thank you, man. Thank you. And thank you, Hiva. I must believe. That actually doesn't look too bad for what I've cropped out. I just need to go in here. I think with the eraser tool, I'll be able to take out what I don't want. Let's do 20. We'll do 10 to be a little bit more precise. Heart of mine. In the summer. In the summer. Well, also that's a big thing for me too in regards to Streamlabs is like they have a dual streaming feature and everything. That's great and all. However, if you want to dual stream to YouTube and stuff like that, and I think I talked about this in a previous stream as well, you have to pay to use it. And a lot of the paid features are just kind of like access to more templates and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't know. I'm making all my own stuff, so I don't think I need it. Um, I'm literally offering to pay you, lol. The demand for your services are there. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's true. That's true. You are 100% right, man. As a matter of fact, if anything, I should just take you up on that offer and do my best um so that if anybody else ever asks to, for something similar, I have a portfolio, you know? Actually, we can call this one. I don't know which one I like more. I gave you a short time frame, but that's my bad. No, no, dude. We had already talked about this previously, and I told you that I would get back to you about it, and I never did. So honestly, that's on me, dude. That is on me. But you said, what did you say? Hold on, let me scroll up. Oh man, I'm scrolling past all the gift subs, dude. What the heck? Thank you, thank you. Um, he said by the 19th. I can get it done by the 19th, easy. Um, damn man, what the heck, dude? I am just flabbergasted. I was already flabbergasted by hero subbing and my mic just doing the regular sub, and then all right. Craziness, man, craziness. I think. Oh, that okay. So that's where my thing went a little cattywampus on me. Let me see if I can smooth this out just a little bit here. There we go. The little lint and stuff caught in my buzz cut there. Okay, let me make a new thing here. We'll do custom. Do the same thing. Just 1,000 by 1,000 should be fine. Create. Uh, thank you guys. I will stop saying thank you. I've said thank you too many times. Thank you guys. Seriously. Let's take this dude that I made here. We'll copy, and then in a new layer, delete, and then let's paste. I won't get you out of my mind. I feel love for the first time. I just need this to center, please. There we go. That doesn't look centered to me, but there, that looks much more centered. And then shift, no, it's control that keeps it properly centered there. I would say that y'all made my day, but y'all made my week, dude. What the heck? What the flickin' flag, dude? Okay. And we'll let's export this too as wholesome. Hell yeah. And then I don't think we take anything else from this since that was also used for the sub badge. Let's this is going to be a slightly boring part of the stream here. I'm just going to go through my pictures really quick and see if I can't find a handful more of just some silly photos. Cuz I can make some pretty goofy faces. So well, I'm sure I can find some ridiculous pictures of myself to use here. I don't think I've done any crazy faces, take any crazy take it. I don't think I have taken any crazy face pictures in a while. We shall find out though. That one's funny. This one's ridiculous. Not quite what I'm going for though. And that's also full beer by me. Okay. This one could be good. Let me save this really quick. Delete snap, edit snap. No. I want to export or send. And let's just download this picture. Okay. So there's one. We could also we could do one of these as well. Wait, hold on. With the Giga Chad filter on. I think that would be funny. I think that would be a good one. Let's save that too. Um Exporter send, and then let's download this as well. And let's find one more. And then we'll start, actually working on them and cropping them on the screen here. That one is a little silly, but not quite what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, wait, hold on. I think this is a better one since I don't have the headphones on. I think we'll go with that one there. So let's save this. Okay. And since that's still the same picture, let me still look. I still want to look for another different one. Hmm. Let's see what we got going on here. I can almost guarantee you the picture that I'm looking for is like a while ago. And then there's long hair Parsington. We could include a long hair Parsington. There we go. Like it's not quite this, but something along those lines I'm thinking is like a silly little little dude. So let me let me export this one as well. There we go. This is a good one too. Okay. Not quite the one that I was looking for though. Actually, this might be the exact picture. We'll save this one as well. Bum download. And I know I've said one more, but one more. I think that is the picture that I'm looking for. Let's see. Do another little scrolling here and then make sure that I'm not missing anything that could be funny time. See, I almost feel like the picture that I'm looking for is here, as I'm very near. This is a great one. Okay. Let's save this as well. And then we'll send all of these pictures via email. And then we'll start cropping them out. Okay. And it's definitely not going to be um after I'm getting done scrolling through this year. Again, I think I already found that picture that I was looking for. But I'm just going to double check really quickly. That's a funny little troll face one. And we can always take new pictures too. Always take new pictures. Do some silly faces for those. Yeah, now we're getting into like 20-year old, 21-year old me. Baby boy. Not that one. Okay, and I think at this point we are so far gone. Okay. So, let's grab all those pictures and email them to myself and then we'll get working. We'll get to working. So this, let's see, let's select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Actually, we don't need that one. Perfect. Okay. And then mail to myself. And let's see, Twitch emotes, we'll call them. Okay. And the actual size. Perfect. All right, let's go pull these up. But you're the echo that's in my head. Remember anything that you said. Memories that fell through the net. On and on. But you're the echo that's in my head. We'll download all in Twitch art emotes. Okay, we're done with that. So now we can open these up. Jesus. Yeah, no, it should be in here. In emotes, because we're not in sub badges anymore. Perfect. And then we can take all these and pull them out into the actual emotes folder. Come on. Oh, they're already here. Okay. So these are the ones that we're going to be... Oh. Oh, I already have that one open. Okay, I don't want to make changes to that. Since this is the standalone, we'll save this as... Actually, no. We won't. We can save as... The document cannot be saved as a JPEG without losing information. That's okay. We're going to save it as a PSD. So an OMG... Well, this is an OMG. We'll call this wholesome.psd. To interrupt. Had enough. And then this doesn't need to be saved, but I want to save the original. That doesn't need to be saved. This I will, since it's a separate file. And then this doesn't need to stay open either. So now we can go back to opening up these guys. So these are the ones that I got. So then we could do this one. Okay. There's this guy right here, which I think will definitely use this for sure. There's this guy right here. And this is the one that I was really looking for, is this guy here. And then we've got this guy as well. So I know they're all filters. They're not me actually doing any like crazy funny faces or anything like that. But I think they're all worth at least taking a look at and seeing if we could make something phony. So let's open up this one first. Let's open with Photoshop. And this should be a relatively easy lasso here. I mean, shoot, I could probably even use my selection brush tool. Because we don't need to keep the hair. And it would be disingenuous for me to try and sell myself as a guy that's got long flowing locks still. So if we copy this, paste it here. I mean, it's me, but it doesn't really look like me. I mean, minus, I guess, like the mustache. And my teeth were really white in this picture, too. So there's one possible, okay? Easy. Then we'll definitely do the Giga Chad face. Let's open this with Photoshop as well. And we'll use our selection brush. And we can bring the point down as well, which I think we'll do. We'll make it 100 pixels. And we can try and be a little bit more accurate with this too. Okay, we're on the brush tool. We need the selection brush tool. There we go. A little bit over, but we should be able to fix that. Okay. And then let's follow this line down, up, and over. Eh. Just like that. Make sure that we're on the correct layer here. Control C and Control V it. Now let's also see if I can fit in my ear too, because why not? We'll do a 50-point brush. There we go. And then we'll Control C, Control V. Perfect. And then let's zoom in and tidy up these edges with our eraser. Cut in a little bit too much to the ear there. And let's do 5 pixels here. Brahman stage 1. Yes, sir. There we go. How are you doing today, Aiken? Let's get this cleaned up there. And there's a little bit of cleaning up to do up here as well. Get all of this out of there. Sitting in a lecture? Oh, that's rough, bro. You'll get through it, I promise. California. Goggles. OJ out the window. OJ shining on me. Simpson shining on me. I know that that's the shape of my dome. There we go. Got to get rid of this little peak there. There we go. Got that Tyler 1 head. I do that gamer dent, bro. There we go. And I think everything else looks pretty good. There we go. Ugh, that's looking a little rough. That gamer dent is looking rough, bro. Hold on, maybe we help we help myself out a little bit by just we'll leave some of that right there. That's why I wear my headset all the way back here, dude. Try and mitigate the old dent, bro. Then we'll do a tree. Keeping a trunk. Oh. There we go. Looks a little less gamer denty. Okay. Now let's take this. We'll copy. Hold on, I gotta move it around for a second. We'll copy this. We'll make a new document. Same deal here, 1,000 by 1,000. And then let's select the area inside. Yeesh. Boom. And then paste our Giga Chad face in here. And let's try and get it centered. See, I don't know what it's doing here. It's telling me that it's centered, but I know for a fact that it is not. So with control, we can take this and make him bigger. Take up as much space as possible here. Without clipping anything off. Okay, and then let's move it over. That looks about center to me. And then We can export this as Mog, I think is good. Just a Mog. And I think Mog is definitely a tier 1. I think this is for sure a tier 1 emote. So, okay. And then, what should we do next?
Nice.
Hey, IVV4, thank you for the follow, man. How's your day going today? Let's see, we've got my face there. We gotta choose one of these two. I think we're gonna go for this one, honestly. Good? Good, man. I'm glad to hear it. I think we'll grab this dude. And then let's see. Open with Photoshop. Okay, we'll make a new layer, and then let's lasso as well my whole dome here. And I think I'll take some funny face pictures, you know, doing some ridiculous shit like or some shit like that, and we'll make one of those an emote too. But I think basically this picture here, as well as this, is kind of the same vibe, right? It's not exactly the same vibe, but it's kind of the same vibe. You had hair. I did indeed. At one point in my life, I did have hair, man, and it was glorious. But I think out of these two, we'll take this one. We'll make this one into one of the emotes. So let's grab our. We can. I honestly don't think that the selection brush tool is going to be good for this, but we'll try it. We'll try it and see what happens here. So we'll start up here. There. And let's follow my dome down here. All the way out. Generate fill. Get that shit out of here. There's going to be no generate fill ever used. AI can suck my left nut. Okay, grab that. We'll grab this too. Okay, and then we can fill all of this in as well. Boom. And then we could start work on the skeleton hype emote. That could be fun. A fun little dude. Let's fill the rest of this in. I don't think I actually need to do this, but it's kind of satisfying. Coloring in inside the lines. To get this nice and filled up. Perfect. Okay. And then we'll Control C, Control V. There we go. There we go. I don't even know what to call this abomination. Control C. Well, let's make a new document here. New custom. Oh, not close. Custom create. New dude here. Do that. Boom. Okay, so my dome is actually huge in that one. Huge. So let's go back here. And with Alt, And make it just big enough that now that should theoretically fit in here. Yeah. And then with this, and make it bigger to fit the area. Scooch it over just a little bit, and that looks to be about center. Okay. And then we'll save as. Not save as. We need to export. Export as. I have no idea what to call this one. Chungus. Because I'm pretty sure that was the Chungus filter. Call that one Chungus. Okay. And now we don't need. Well, let's also do this one. We'll just export it since I've already have it cropped. I don't necessarily know that I'm convinced by this and that I want to use this, but we'll see. Okay, so let's copy this. And on a new custom little dude here, new layer, delete the background, yes please. And then okay. And then let's export this as feel it's not quite feels bad, man. Rip, maybe. We'll do rip for now. Help, maybe help. Okay. So these are what we're gonna be working with. I could have cropped that chin a little bit better. Yeah, I still have it open. Let's go and crop that chin a little bit better. Just like that. Somebody. Okay, that's carving in a little bit too far. And then we can also get this smoothed out just a little bit more. And this as well, I think, right here. Like that. Oh, excuse me. Boom. And then this line here, too. Cool. Okay, I am much more happy with that now. So let's overwrite this. And then we can close all three of these as well. I mean, that's still a little rough, but it is better than what it was before. I'll take that dub. That also needs to be cropped a little bit better as well. And, I mean, come on. While I'm here, let's just... Okay. So let's export as... That looks much better. Export and replace. And let's reopen this again to make sure that it did save, and it did. So then now we're going to open up the help. I don't need that to be saved. Don't need that to be saved. Okay. And if we zoom in here, we're just going to get this to be a little bit more smooth. If they fall to rain. And the rain to quietly pass me by. Smooth this out a little bit more. Okay. And everything else looks fine. Now here's the thing too. I've got this, right? And we can attempt to keep the hair in. But there's so much like greenery in the background. I don't know how well that's gonna work out. We'll try. Let's try. I mean, why not? Let's grab the selection brush tool again. Ooh, yeah, yeah, ooh, ooh, sweet love of mine. Okay. And now everything in here gets filled. Brendan Fraser face? It is almost, huh? Okay. And let's Control C, copy it onto here. Either with or without. Again, I'm not convinced. I don't know if I want to keep this. Maybe we can make it like for a temporary badge, and then we'll replace it later along down the line. We can make it a temporary thing. So let's do a new. So let's grab this whole thing here, copy, and paste it into our new dude. There we go. Hold on. What if I grab the entire thing? Will it just paste it in the center? Okay, so that might be the tech. Honestly, I think that's the way to do it from now on. Also, I need to finish drinking my cold medicine here. Mmm. Yummy. So yummy. Help. Export. Yes. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. So this is what we're working with now. We have the Chungus. We have the help. uh. Ooh. Also, what is that? Why is there like a little black line on there? And I already closed out of it, so I can't. Oh no. Oh well. I'll just have to deal with it. Um. Then we got the Mog and the Oh my God and Wholesome. I feel like that's a good little collection there. Wholesome, OMG, Mog, Help, and Chungus. And then we'll do a proper little silly face. Take a picture of that, and I can do that later. Okay. So now that we're done with that, let me pull up this is denied. Oh, right. So let's let's go back to the sub badges. So this is the old one. Let me just re-go over it with a fresh pair of eyes again. So this is the old sub badge. And then this is the new one, the 1 year. So we'll also head back in here and do some highlights for the things. But for the time being, I'm done. I'm done with the sub badges. Don't want to mess with them anymore. We need emotes. So I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quick. And when I come back, I'll do some more ideation. We might get started on another emote. And we'll see where to go from there. So let me leave this guy up since that's the one that we finished today. And yeah, I will be back momentarily. All right, gang. What to do? So we've got the pulsing brain idea from Mike, which I really like that. We got the skeleton hype emote, which we can do that as well. I don't think that drawing it with a mouse though is gonna bring the, or I don't think I'm going to be able to make the final product
Nice.
IVV. Oh, what? Thank you for this sub, Ivy. What the heck, dude? Thank you so much, man. Um, a little YouTube subscribe. Yeah, I appreciate that, dude. Um, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Hmm. We gotta think. Gotta think with the old brain. The skeleton holding up the hype emote. I'm not gonna be able to make the emote I want to be able to make just by drawing it with a mouse. I'm gonna have to hand draw it, take a picture, upload it to my PC, and then once I've gone through those steps, will I then be able to come in and properly do the finished product that I want to do. And I'm also realizing here that we have a doubly dark shadow over here, which should not be the case. There shouldn't even be a shadow there. And a little bit of skin showing out from that side. So there's little things that we need to take care of still. Okay. Good to know. Okay. Okay. Let's get rid of that, because we don't need that anymore. And if we go into 1 year, I haven't saved the proper one in there, so let's go do that really quick. Copy you, save you in 1 year, so we have multiple copies of that. Okay, what else can we do? So for the free standard, let me also go back into these emotes really quickly and take a look at what we've got. We have OMG, Wholesome, and Chungus. We'll say Chungus. And then 2 hand-drawn emotes. One really cool one still cool one, but not like super, super duper cool. And then for the tier 1 standard, we'll get the Skelly Hype Mog. Um, and then Help, maybe. So, what can we do that would be in theme? The pulsing brain is since I can't do any standard animated emotes, pulsing brain has to be a tier 1 animated. Um, then let's see, what else can we do? Free standard is 5. OMG Wholesome Chungus. I want to do something skeleton related. Like we could do like thumbs up, Skelly thumbs up maybe. Um that's an idea. Let's write it down as an idea. Well, and also maybe I should be doing this on screen too so that y'all can see it as well instead of just me yapping. So let's make a new text document. And we'll call this emote ideas. So let's pull this up. Um, in format for the font, let's do size 48. It doesn't need to be that big. 36 will be fine. Oh shit, and we can use the nice. Okay, so well, hold on. Uh Twitch emote ideas. Not Wmote. Emote ideas. Let's see. Tier 1 standard. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then let's see, tier 1 animated. And then that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then tier, oh, also we need to do the free. Free standard. Not Dree. Jesus, I cannot type this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for this one, we have the OMG, we have Wholesome, and we have Chungus. Then for tier 1 standard, we have the Skelly Hype, which will replace the one that's already in there. We'll have the Mog, and we'll have the Help. Tier 1 animated will be the Pulsing Brain. Then we can do tier 2 standard 1, and tier 3 standard. And we'll do one more for that as well. And then we need the bits as well. So we do 1K bits, or let's just do bits. Yeah, 1K. 1K bits. Boom. 5K bits. Boom. And 10K bits. Boom. And we'll also do a space in between these so that it is obvious where everything sits. Boom, boom. Perfect. Okay. So the tier 1 standard, we've got these boys here. Skelly Hype, Mog, and Help. An idea is, what did I say? I said Skelly thumbs up. And I definitely want to do an eyeball of some sort. We still need to figure out, because I don't feel like the skeleton thumbs up is a cool emote for the free emotes. So if y'all have any ideas for cool emotes, we could even do like a fiery skelly thumbs up. And then the tier 1 animated could be the fiery skelly thumbs up. But obviously it's animated. Chungus. What can we what can we do here? So I need to keep my eyes on my phone here in case I get importante phone call, which I will probably be hopping off here in about 40 minutes time to go make that phone call if I do not receive it by then. Oh, excuse me. So we shall see. One more time, let's take a look. So, um, so push emote ideas, just as general ideas we can put here. We'll say, eyeball of sorts. We'll say like Nazad eyeball probably. You say like a little demon eyeball. Which will be denoted by like that's not what I'm looking for. Here we go. Black sclera. Um you got the pulsing brain. Let's actually look at what emotes Twitch already has, and maybe I can get some inspiration from that. So if I go onto my creator dashboard here really quick, and we look at emotes, go to emotes. If I were to just look at the default ones that they have, they've got them in a bunch of different colors, right? So there's GG's, hype, there's laughing, there's heart. Ooh, an actual heart would be cool. Like an actual proper heart. Um, that would be sick. Um, let's say like anatomical heart. That would be sick. And then what else could we do? Like anatomical heart. There's hype, which we already have the hype, Skelly hype. Um, Skelly hype, anatomical heart. What else? What else? There is a GG's. It could be a skull with GG on it. GG glasses, like how this little kitty, this little Kit Kat has it. Could do that, like GG. Where the grass is very greener. Ooh, this is a good. I like this. Katy Perry song more than the other one. GG glasses, Skelly. Or let's say Skelly. GG glasses. What else could we do? There's a high. Okay. I think what would help me a lot is if I could see. I had an idea for what other people's emotes were too, but I don't. I obviously don't want to copy anything. I want it all to be OG. It on repeat, stumbling around. I'm back on lunch. Got my Amazon delivery headset stand, 3D panels for my wall for stream, and a stream deck. That's sick, dude. Big haul today. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. A little nice little headset stand. I have a hook underneath my desk that my headset just kind of hangs off of, which works out pretty well. It doesn't make my setup look crazy cool, but it does put it out of the way, which is nice. Um, hmm. I feel like for the tier 2 and tier 3 subs, we need something skeleton related that's still waiting for the Parsington PC setup pick. Yeah. Yeah, you are. You are. I've been putting it off. Well, let's say by the end of tomorrow it will be in the Discord. I promise. Okay, I promise. I put it in there. Hmm. Fiery Skelly thumbs up. Ooh, I want to post mine. I need in this Discord. Yeah. There should be. It should be right below my thing. You can hit the Discord panel or just type in exclamation mark Discord, and it'll bring up a link to it. Chicken wrap from Wendy's, underrated. I have had their chicken wraps before. They're pretty good. Uh, man, the brain is not wanting to come up with more cool shit right now, which is okay. That's fine. An anatomical heart, which I do have a couple drawings of hearts around that I could just take a picture of, and then we can use that. Or we can also just trace a heart too. That is an option. Um, we could also do like the tier 1 animated. We could do beating heart. E-art. There we go. Take a creative smoke break. That is an option. If I wasn't sick right now, I absolutely would do that. But I want to wait for my cold to completely go away before I go back to making a smoking. Microdose some shrooms. That is also an option. Eyeball. Black. Sclera. Anatomical heart. Skelly GG glasses. Damn, your chat delay is very, very low now. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Man, About time? That's what I'm saying. Overdose. Alright. Went overboard. Definitely something fire related. So we already have the fiery skelly thumbs up. Mm, maybe if it would be funny with might be a funny little meme if we have like a skull looking at the camera with like a little fucking gun in his hand or something like that. That might be funny. I wonder if that's TOS though, if that breaks TOS. I don't see why it would. Let's just put it up here for the time being. Skelly with gun. Tier 1 animated is the beating heart. So we can actually put the heart here. So anatomical heart is the other free one. Anatomical. Is that right? No, it's anatomical. What am I doing? Anatomical heart. So we can get rid of that here now. Okay, and we have 3 done already, which are like obviously the 3 easiest ones to do because it would just crop my face. This one's going to be the most difficult to do out of them all. This one will be fairly easy. Let me double check my phone as well. Okay. Tier 1 standard, we've got the Skelly hype. Skelly holding up the hype. With the Mog, we got the Help. And then with the animated, the pulsing brains, the fiery skelly thumbs up, but animated. Beating heart, beating uh we'll just put in anatomical heart. And again, I have no idea how to animate, so this is going to be quite the learning process. um we could also do like a smile. You do like a that might be fun. Skelly hype mog help. So I'm actually going to move these up. Mog help Skelly hype. And I feel like the eyeball is necessary for tier 1 for sure. I also want this to be a free standard one too. Hmm. I think it said that once I hit like X amount of, more subscribers or whatever, that I can actually have more spaces, more slots for emotes. So maybe that could be something that we add later. Um, let's see. Let's check our dashboard and see what exactly that entails. Oh shit! Oh my god! Wait, what? Okay, so that's really cool. With y'all's subscriptions, gifted subs today, I hit that. So we can actually do. That's sick. What? Cool, cool, cool. Okay. We can do another. Oh, dang it. They're not free. They're not free. These are for the tier 1 emotes. Um, I mean, either way, that is cool. Um, Not sure what to add. Follower emotes are a new free tier of emotes that let you grow a community by giving viewers more ways to join the conversation. Upload up to 5 new emotes or pre-existing emotes that viewers will get access to for free. Get started by uploading emotes today. Okay. Um, Interesting. 1 out of 50 are created from PNG. Oh, I see. That's the amount that you can upload in total. Wow, so you can end up having a lot, like especially if you're a bigger creator. That's cool. But you're always limited to 5 standard free emotes. So, and I really want the Nazad eyeball to be a free one. So maybe we leave the OMG, the wholesome. I like those 3 ones right there. But let's put the Nazad eyeball here, and then for this we can do the Chungus as well. Chungus, Skelly hype, and we could do the Nazad eyeball but animated, so it's like looking around or something like that. That would be cool. Well, we'll do question marks. I'm not exactly sure how I want to go about doing that quite yet. And we can get this out of here as well. We can do Skelly hype, Skelly GG glasses. And then I'm not even sure what to do for tier 2 or tier 3 subs. Maybe we do like we could take this. Tier 3 would be golden. And then silver doesn't really work. So we would need a cool color for that. We could do like maybe black bones. That would be kind of sick. Black bones, golden bones. Or we could even do like charred bones. And then golden bones. Yeah. But I feel like it needs to be a unique thing for both tier 2 and tier 3, not just a reskin of a previous one. But I don't have any tier 2 or tier 3 subs yet. So maybe I just don't worry about it for the time being. Because I want to provide and give to the community that is currently with, there. Um, okay. Demon Eyeball, free standard. Cool. Great. Let's save that. Sclera, Skelly HG Glasses, Skelly Gun. Free standard is OMG Wholesome. Cool. Don't forget channel points. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Channel points. Channel points. Channel point rewards. And then let's make a completely new. Hold on. Let's move this into here and all of these into emotes. And then we can get rid of the full pictures. And I don't need this either. Folder in use. Oh, I see. Because I've got to open. Now we should be able to delete it. Cancel. Okay. Let's actually close all of these dudes here. Let's save this as a different one. Melt 6. There we go. And it should not be open in anything else. Let's close Opera as well, and we'll actually just reopen this too. Perfect. Okay. So emote ideas, and then new folder, and we'll call this channel points. And then new text document, channel points ideas. Channel. Request a song could be cool. But I don't know, I don't want to put that behind channel points. That's kind of dumb. You just be able to tell me what song you want to play and then I'll play it. 3, 4, 5. I think that should be free. Yeah, that's no. Y'all should just be able to suggest whatever song you want. Not locked up behind channel points is no bueno. So I think you can already enlarge emotes, but we'll write that down anyway. Enlarge emotes. Hmm. I think Hero had brought up a cool tilted. God, cool. R5K, you slap a plunger on my head. I'd have to get a specific plunger with that for that. 10k points to delete a hardcore character too. Fuck, dude, that's brutal. Yeah, those are some ideas for sure. Hmm. Let me double check here as well. You got some cool, you got some ideas. I would hate to delete a hardcore character because somebody redeemed channel points would be awful. But I see what you're where the ideas like I see the vision. I see what you're I'm picking up what you're putting down. Or simple ones, hydrate, self high five, say the chatter's name to the camera. We pick a build style, etc. Yep. Um hydrate is actually really good. Hydrate is good. Maybe like a stretch. Take a little stretch break. Um Say the chatter's name into the camera is also one. There's some basic ones already in there. Okay, I figured as much. Large emotes, and I think this is already in there. Highlight text. Or we'll even say like enlarge message. Ooh, you know what would be fun? Is redeem the points to play a sound or something like that. Like play a sound clip. We'll say like play a, you know, like funny, like play a funny sound clip. Funny sound clip. That would be, I like that. I like that idea. Hmm. Highlight my shit. Okay, yep, that's already in there. There's a bunch of soundboards that are free. Cool. Monthly VIP. Mmm. Hmm. Hmm. Play funny sound clip. He said there's a bunch of soundboard that are free. Like, let's say, like five for now or something like that. One, two, three, four, five, six. That's six. I'll do one more. And obviously I can add more, later on as well. Enlarge emotes, hydrate, stretch, highlight text, enlarge message, which is redeemed highlight my message. Right. Highlight message, which is already there. Hmm. You just wanna know those peanut butter vibes. I think that's good for now. I think that is good for now. And I think my sick brain is not allowing me to think super clear today, which is okay. We all have our days. Okay. And then I want to change the view to large icons. Okay, and then we can do upload those. Let me go back onto the emotes as well. Let me just go over these really quick. So for the free standard, we'll have the OMG, which is this one. Everyone will have access to that. We have the wholesome, so everyone will have access to that. And then the Nazad eyeball, which I will work on. The fiery skelly thumbs up, and the anatomical heart. Um, and then for the tier 1 standard, we've got the Mog, right? And then the Chungus, and what did I have? Helm, Helm. Made it to the 8th round of the Serum Crucible last night and got blasted off of a ledge. I cried. No, dude. That is unfortunate, man. The Crucible's brutal, honestly. Tell you what I'm all about. Um, yeah, especially in the Crucible, fall damage is going to be your biggest enemy. Um, feels bad, man. It does. I feel your pain. Which I'm the boss. Gonna not ask you. Let's see here. Helm, Chungus, Skelly hype. And I'm not 100%, you know, convinced by this yet. Very roguelike. I like it. I was banging out ice damage. It was nice. Yeah, I honestly really like the Crucible too. And um see, do you see how there's other statues that are kind of like up that arching walkway? Each and every one of those statues is going to be a different game mode in the Crucible. So that's a roguelite. There's going to be a game mode that's like Vampire Survivors-esque, where it's just a bunch of like hordes of enemies. Um, I don't remember what else they were talking about doing, but it's gonna be pretty sick, dude. I'm stoked for it. Skelly with gun. It is sick, dude. It's gonna be fantastic. And when it's all gone, what you know my name is. Um, and then for the animated ones, it's either the eyeball looking around, the heart beating, fiery skeleton thumbs up, burning, and then anatomical brain. And then let's see. So burning, anatomical heart beating, eyeball. Okay. I think I think that's all my brain's got for today. Um I might stream again later and do some game shenanigans. Uh but my mind is on getting a hold of my insurance and getting all this stuff for my disability figured out. Um So I need to make that phone call, and the sooner I make it, the sooner I can not be stressing about that anymore. So I'm gonna go take care of that. If I have any other things I need to take care of today, I'm gonna be doing those. I still have a the next short that I've been working on. Um, that I put a bunch of work in on it yesterday, but I still have to finish it. So I think we're gonna work on that. Um, However, if I'm not feeling it, we'll definitely do a stream later today. So let's go, Chungo. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna go be an adult, take care of a couple things, and if I'm not back later today, we're gonna do a big game time stream tomorrow. So um, thanks again, Trey. Thanks again, Mike, for the gifted subs, and Trey for the bits. That was that was awesome. Again, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Um, and thanks to everyone who stopped by the stream today too. It's been fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Well, take care, everybody. Thank you for the stream. Of course, you're most welcome, Tilted. Yeah, take care. Peace out, and I'll catch y'all later.